Take it too long. Okay. What's happening? Check this out. Now, I suppose this ties right along into somewhere where I was going anyway. And I'm having a problem understanding sisters. Yeah, that's it. I'm having a problem understanding sisters. So, you know what I mean? Black women. Our queens, our black queens, as some people like to put it. Um, I dispute that everybody ain't a queen, and then it ain't, you gotta know what you're saying. Anyhow, so maybe goddesses and something else beyond that. Everybody ain't everybody ain't the same thing. Everybody couldn't be that anyway. It's a setup. You know what I mean? And then it's a setup. If you're not walking like that, and you know you're not walking like that, why are you fronting? Why are you trying to stand on the back to, in a way we all do. But if you uplifting for real, not fake standing on the back of somebody else or their hard work, and you gonna pretend like their hard work is what you stand for, and you don't stand for that shit at all. You understand? So I'm having problems. This is why I'm not dealing with nobody right now. I ain't even thinking about might be too far. Maybe I am thinking about it, but that's about as far as it goes. Not for real. Not for real, for real. I ain't thinking about getting in no relationship with nobody. You understand? But this here, ironically, I'm gonna say two things. Like, okay, there's only two people that stayed here with the Airbnb. There's only two people that stayed here that, well, they didn't give me a bad review, but they just didn't give me any review at all. And it happened to be the one guy that I actually had a little problem with, but like I said, to me, it wasn't even that big, even though it was what it was. But evidently, it was more to him than it was to me. I left a review, an honest review. It wasn't bad, but it was honest. I had to say something about, what he did. And the other person was a black woman, a young woman, but a black woman. And like, far as I know, we didn't have any problems. I don't know why, I feel that she know, like everybody else know, that the nature of some of these things is really review driven. So why would you, as a sister, as a black woman, not give a black man unless you had a problem? I mean, she could have addressed it to me, but all the other reviews are like rave reviews. Like, they don't just leave the stars. They don't really let you do that. You got to say something. Even used to say the very minimalist thing, but they wasn't saying the minimalist thing. Nobody forcing them to say that shit. They saying all kinds of things, But that's me. That's how I roll. You understand what I'm saying? I'm anything I do is gonna be as excellent as I can make it. You understand? It's gonna be as great of an experience as I can make it. I'm not perfect, but I try to cover my bases for every little thing. It's smelling good, it's looking clean. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, this is what I'm doing, this is how I'm gonna do it. And that's gonna be the template for anybody that I put in place. Is gonna have to follow this like this, or I guess I'm gonna have to be juggling it around. And you can still put people into the places where they need to be. Okay, but I'm a little far off on a business scope. I really was talking about my queens. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Because of this shirt, okay, the review. But it's all full circle. Hopefully, y'all some entrepreneurs or thinking about it in one way or other. Just to give you a heads up. In a way, it explains why a lot of people, they know themselves. You gotta have patience. Anyway, black queen or not, whatever that is. Even with that, you're gonna have to deal with that. You have to deal with everybody had their thing. You know, like you dealing with some people are just people, no matter what their nationality is, no matter where they come from, what region of the world or the country or whatever. They're just people. They happen to be, I mean, not just happen to be, but you know, in a way, because I don't just happen to be black, but you know, it's just a matter of fact. I am black. Ain't no not being black to it. What I'm saying, that ain't necessarily got to be my main focus. If I'm standing by somebody's place or whatever, you know, I'm just a dude, man. I'm just trying to walk and live and maneuver like anybody else. For some people, they on that white supremacy shit. They on that black woman with attitude shit. They on that Karen shit. You know what I mean? Or whatever that bag is that the asshole version of these people are. You know what I'm saying? It exists. And if you in business, I could be selling chicken. Somebody gonna want an extra piece, it's too much grease in it, or something they're gonna find a problem. They got a shrimp in their French fries and their mayonnaise. Fuck that. I want my money back. But okay, fair enough. I mean, that's fair. I'm gonna say that to say that is fair enough. But I'm not trying to deal with no Karens or no Darrens or none of that. It's the black women that I would be dealing with. So my concern is why I keep meeting them with the ones I personally know, the ones I keep running across in any significant way. Yeah, I go get a money order, boom, bam, boom, I'm out. Sometimes that could be some shit, tell you the truth. But usually certain things that kind of boom, bam, boom, you're gone. You know, when it's minimum contact, sometimes that can go haywire. And you could run into a Karen. I ran into some problems. I mean, you run it, and everybody don't have bad. I don't have bad days with dealing with customers, but a lot of people do. Everybody don't. That's bullshit. Okay, so I'm dealing with this person right now. This customer with the car rental. That was the room rental thing I'm talking about. Black woman. This is a car rental. Black woman. It be some shit with all kind of people now. But I ain't never been cursed out, had nobody tell me kiss the ass, except for now, you know, dealing with the black woman. It was all good. All along. Good morning. Your vehicle looks amazing. Looking forward to this trip. The very first message. This is way back, you know, a week and a half ago or something like that. Thank you. Okay. I let her know I'm going to leave the car. I think I went over this. I made videos on this. If not here, it's on TikTok. Might be all of that, all of the above. I get confused sometimes. I just keep it rolling right about now. Hopefully this ain't too much for y'all. You know, it's raw and uncut. Somebody suggested it. I think that's a good idea because really, I think technically maybe I could do both. But anyway, I digress. Okay, I'm gonna leave the car at the spot, leave the key fob inside. I'm gonna unlock it remotely. I know I made a video about that. Okay, no problem. I'm on my way. Da-da-da. Okay, she said, I'm here. I missed that by a few minutes. It's a little delay. Call if I don't, but anyway. So, okay. It should be open. Okay, thank you. You're welcome, and thank you. She had a little problem trying to figure out how to park it. She figured out how to park it, and I didn't get it until like an hour later, and I responded, sorry, I do my best to answer, da da da. Okay, she didn't respond to that, but then she come back. This is today. She didn't respond to that about me saying that I'm sorry I didn't respond to a message as promptly. She didn't say no problem or fuck you, you know. She didn't say that. But now it's this morning. I guess she called me. Now, my defense, but you could do both. I said, text me or call me. The funny thing is, everybody else, I'm waiting on the phone call, to tell you the truth. I'd rather the phone call because the text sometimes I miss. That's why I set it to make a certain sound now. And I sort of hear it more. But anyway, so she called, but my phone's on vibrate, and I don't know where I was. I might have even been by the phone. I put the phone on vibrate because it barely rings. And anyway, so I missed her call, but I saw when I went on the Turo app, I saw that she had already checked out. I didn't look for any phone call because I got two different phones, and I kind of got the app on one and my phone number on another one, maybe, which I might need to update that and just make that one thing. But that's not that big of a deal. So I realized that. I check the app, I see where the car's at, I go to the car. She left the car unlocked. She could have texted me to make sure. You know, when you're trying to make sure shit, to me, you're trying to make sure. If that person don't respond, what makes you think, but people have their preconceived notions, and plus she knows she had scraped that rim, and a lot of it was she playing mind game. She gaslighting the shit out of me. Because all of a sudden, I told her to leave the car in the same place and leave the thing in the inside. She said, okay, sounds good. I called, but no answer. I left the car and the keys in the armrest. Okay, I didn't get these texts. The shit must have a delay. Because I'm looking at the app, I'm looking at the messages. I didn't see the shit there. And maybe in her defense, maybe that's why she didn't reply to mine. But at some point you should have saw it and could have replied. Anyway, because this is just this morning. There was a whole longer period of time. This is a short period of time. It might be a 15-minute delay or something. I don't know. It sort of seemed like it, but so I noticed the thing on the rim, took the pictures. I did exactly what I'm supposed to do, and then it said, see if you could sell it with the guest. So I sent her, it's a generic little message, it's not actually from me, it is, but all the words are their words. So she said, sir, there is no damage to your car. What are you talking about? And I think in between that, she had called me and told me I was a liar and I was a scammer and to kiss her ass. She ain't paying shit. Blah, 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 blah. And she had some more words to say. So, and then she texted me, you're a liar. I'll take care of this. So I just texted her back because she called me and said all that stuff. She didn't actually put it in the message for me to kiss her ass. So I just wanted to respond for it not seem like, who knows what Turo would think. I want them to see my reply and her reply, and then she come back. I just said that everything's documented. We take pictures before, we take pictures after. It's really nothing to be arguing about. Like she's going on. She really sounds like my ex-wife. That's how I know she is, a narcissist. This is a flaming one. She just flew off the handle. She didn't even meet me. But you don't have to meet. You cuss people out on the phone all the time if that's where you're at. And the thing is, sadly, I have been there in my life because I was so close to the fire in a manner of speaking. I still had that type of fire in me. You know, that type of bullshit fire where you would cuss people, you couldn't control yourself. Be cussing people out left and right on the phone, going off, just losing your temper, flaring off. Because that's what you was taught. Scam like that's why I cut the ringer off, because that's all I get all day long. Nobody will hear that. So she went as far as to say, it's people like you that make this world a horrible place to live in. You are a scammer, and it's people like you that make this world a horrible place to live in. Why? I make the world a horrible place to live in. You are a scammer. And you're right. Everything is documented. And I've already contacted Turo. Yeah, she was threatening me about, actually before, she was threatening, she's going to call a lawyer, she's going to do this, she's going to do, it's all kind of, like I said, like my ex-wife, all kind of outlandish things to like scare me, and she's going to get the police involved. Like that's why I like, there's no question in my mind that she's a narcissist. She's doing the exact same thing. It's a mold. This is why I'm questioning y'all. Let me know what's going on with the black women. Why is so many like that? So imagine she got a child. I'm just saying, I don't even know this lady, but come on, man. Like, y'all don't know me, but y'all know me. I mean, look at the video. I damn near make videos all the way to the place. I barely go anywhere. I use the car. But believe me, I'm so careful. I be parking bad. I ain't got no reason to scam nobody at all. So, anyhow, but obviously she do. Because I understand, but we could have worked something out in a reasonable way, but she want to play, and that's why Turo advise you to do that, because they gonna hit. And the evidence is there. I made sure I documented that shit well. I take them pictures close of the rims. I make the world a horrible place to live in. You're a scammer, and you're right. Everything is documented, and I've already contacted Turo. You won't try and get me to pay for damage to a rim that was already damaged. I knew something was off about you when you wouldn't answer the phone or meet me in person. If you know, this is the third, I've been documenting this shit. I believe this is the third time that I've done this, and now I run into Sybil. When I wouldn't answer the phone, I would not answer the phone. If you call me and text me, like I said, anything could have happened with the phone. Fuck, I could have been in the damn bathroom. It could have been a lot of reasons why I didn't answer that phone at that particular time. That's ridiculous. Or meet me in person. I didn't meet you in person when you picked the car up. Like I said, let's let Turo investigate your claim. Turo advised you to do your best to settle it between you and the guest. That's not my idea, baby. You know what I mean? Like, that's not my idea. Yeah, for real? That's not a threat. And then she says, don't message me anymore. Well, there's really nothing else. I mean, I could have said, like, I didn't have any problem with that, but I wasn't going to say that. And I'm not going to say anything else. That's all I need is your permission to not message you again. I'm glad you made it official so that Turo could see that you said leave you alone. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. I think in this current climate, I could just make a long video and then I guess make a shorter video out of that long video or make a whole nother video. But what's the root of that? I don't know. This girl, let me see. I don't know this girl. Maybe I could see how old she is. I'm sure she's born in 2000 or something like that. She probably just old enough to drive the fucking car. So what would be the root of that? Poor thing. I hope she don't see this. What would be the root of that? What's the root of it all? What's the root of an out of control female? Or an out of control male acting like a female? Because I know some of them too, definitely, without a doubt, 100%. I do. They act just like their mama. Oh. So if the dudes is acting just like their mama, and ain't no doubt, I could prove, man, I got 100% proof for that. Well, do I have proof? I got the proof what leads to the creation of a monster. I could show you some actual documentation of things that was put out there and that got ignored by the mother because it suited her best interests. And anyway, so you get these out of control children, and then where they get it from. The root of the problem is mama. You look at all these families, you don't notice that like they barely be any dudes. You know, although there's some family, like my family is heavy with pair of people, but I don't know how happy they are in those relationships. I think we just be tolerating each other. Sorry, fam, but you know, hey, come on in. Let me know if I'm wrong. Tell me how loving your relationship is and how y'all making it work and all that. If I'm wrong, let me know. Where's the lie? That's what I want to know. Where's the lie? So, let's see. Hang on. Yeah, I was trying to look up the info, but yeah, the chick is young. I'll just say that. So that's, well, most of us already know, dudes, guys, fellas, like we already know, what you call this, Generation X or whatever, like it's, nah, you know, or whatever it is, why, whatever it is that us? What would it be? Z? Some shit? I don't even remember anymore. But anyway, this new generation, the ones coming up now, the nows, the graduate now, last year, anybody 21, 25, whatever, well, I guess mostly, yeah, I would say from 17 to, or to 21 or whatever, younger than that. Because you just keep going up, and when they're in the marrying ages and shit, they start making babies whenever, right? So that's a trip. So I'm just trying to say, I don't know how far I go back. I wish I did know. But your people, you know how it go. They take it to their grave. They take that shit to their grave, man. They ain't trying to let you know their business. So you dealing with people that be, man, what, 70, 80, 90, 80, 90 years old, right? Let's say 80, 90 years old, even 70s though. How many people do you know that's 70? And how many people do they know that's still kicking it? How many people that's 70 years old and all their whole family still living? Well, I know a few. How many people 80? If you're 75, I think the older you get, the less that it be, because shit, people be dropping young. So there's plenty of people that they ain't make it to be old in the first place. They was dead when they was 25 and 35 and shit. They was already dead. They never made it to be 80. And then you ate, and then left and right after that, heart attack, this and that. You know, right? You understand what I'm saying? So all those people dying off, there's no one to tell us, no one left, and shit, if they are left, we don't know them. They might be ready to talk, tell all, but they in the hills, in the country somewhere, they in a little shack, they all isolated, they didn't been stop fucking with them people. And then they paint the picture that they crazy, so nobody fuck with them, and they just don't fuck with you. Whether they paint that picture or not, just by the way things go, that's how they paint the picture. That's how they paint the picture with us, huh? Whether they could not say nothing. But I don't think it's gonna go like that. They try, they do their best to smear your name in if nothing, in little slick innuendo ways, if nothing else. I feel that. And so it boils down to the mothers, man. Fathers are important to be in children's life, but the mothers control it, they run it. And I see why, also, like, in a way, like, the dynamic of it all at the end of the day, because they don't respect black men, because, like, at the end of the day, we could run a lot of stuff. Like, I could make a lot of money. I could get up there and get, but you see they will crush you. They'll find a way to crush you. Look what they do. Look what they're doing to these certain people. And then some people have died real suspect. Like, even now, the way people dying, some of this shit suspect. It's very suspect. You think if some high profile people was dying of that thing, you think they'd be telling us? Okay, so I'm gonna have to look at this my own self, because I feel like I keep dabbling out of the topic area somehow, some way, but it must be related. That's why I'm gonna have to watch to see. I guess it's just people playing the mind game, as I used to call it, which the mind game is called gaslighting. This chick, I think it's messing with me. This chick just straight gaslit me. I couldn't say nothing. I couldn't even say nothing, Could barely get a word in edgewise. Just like them. And I know for a fact, I mean, it is what it is. So like I said, she reminded me pretty much of both my exes, but more the ex-wife, like the way, but ain't that much of difference. There's differences, but ain't that much of difference at the core when you come to that bullshit trying to get over on people, you know, instead of taking your lick and taking accountability for your actions and what you did. It's always easy to blame somebody else, and they get that from other people, man. If you taught to be honorable and take responsibility for your actions, you'd be doing it. They wouldn't be doing that. They'd be doing that. Although a lot of times, no matter what you teach people, they do what they want to do. But this lady's supposed to have a upscale type prominent job, according to what she's saying. You know, according to what she's saying, she ain't just like a no offense, but she ain't like she just cashiering or pushing buggies or some shit. Like she's supposed to have an education. But that's just book. That ain't common sense, and that still don't take away from that what I'm saying. It's messed up, man. So to me, if I didn't know any better, I mean, what's the percentage of women it's obviously some women that definitely, I'm gonna say this, that talk, but I don't know for sure they walk that walk or how far they walk that walk. Because it's a lot of dudes, let's say like it's dudes that I know that know a lot of shit. They know a lot of what I know about all metaphysical and, law of attraction, hidden African knowledge, things, just a lot of esoteric knowledge, just say. But they're not applying any. They still be struggling. So there's a difference between knowledge and wisdom. Wisdom is doing. You got to use that shit. People always trying to get over, and I'm saying, it ain't like, like the dude that had the urine smell in the trunk gonna act like he didn't do that. But see, once again, that's a dude. I don't know that dude, but I know dudes like that dude. You acting like your mama. You not, the minute you not taking account, who you acting like? Your father? Did you know your father? That's how I'm saying, like these circles, they chase them away. Either they be a henpecked dude, or they be a half a man dude with a whole nother family somewhere else. They halfway there. They really don't get along with you, so they halfway there and they halfway somewhere else. They might have two fucking other families. That's the reality of the situation, because they can't deal with these particular crazy women. The ones, and I'm talking about some old broads, man. You're talking about modern women. Modern women. This century. I'm talking about great grandmas. Great grandmas. You're talking about broads. Shit. 60 on up. Really, I would say 40 on up. But, in particular, the grandmas, man. The old moms. And it's like, maybe they don't treat everybody the same. So perhaps somebody get a big mama, but I ain't never had no big mama in nobody. My grandmother wasn't no big mama. To my knowledge, neither one of them. It wasn't nobody that's, come on, baby, let grandma give you a hug. This was another little fucking knucklehead. Like that Anton Fisher shit. It was like some shit more like that. It wasn't no, I didn't, I'm just saying, man. I feel that. I feel that shit. I felt that movie. Man, it wasn't. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't exactly like that, and maybe it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad all the time because I had fun. I had good times, but I'm sure he did too. They condensed that shit and just show you most of the bad shit. Now I wasn't molested to my knowledge. I wasn't molested or nothing like that. None of that shit was going on. I wasn't no orphan. I was orphaned in a way, but not officially. Because when neither one of your parents really give a fuck about you kind of like an orphan. You know, you only cool. You cool when like a puppy. You cool when you cool. But past a certain stage, you ain't. Yeah. Once you start being able to kind of think and I guess buck a little bit, you know, you're just not cool at all. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get more specific because I'm really, uh, this is a lot of stuff. But I'm really wanting to make a video getting to the root of this shit. This is it's a couple of things, and I'm getting to the root of it, but I ain't all the way. Well, I talked about the grandmas and the great grandmas, and I mean it goes all the way up to slavery. They did what the master did, man. That was all they knew. You understand what I'm saying? All the way to the point of, let me see, I I don't want to put nobody else's business out there, but and I can't say this for me personally, but I could see blocking that shit out of my mind if it did happen. And matter of fact, yeah, I know maybe y'all know too. When they make you strip and you get your ass whipped, butt ass naked as they say, you know that kind of shit. But I seen a person had to do that. And like I said, if this happened to me in this way, and I think it may have, because if they did that, why they did that to them, why they wouldn't have did it to me? You know, and have you stretched out like that shit on what that boy name is, Mandingo. Or whatever. There's anything that get that raw and real with it. Where they have you stretched out, butt ass naked, and whip your ass for your transgressions against the Lord or whatever it may be, the system, the cult, anything like that. So, yeah, I could see blocking that out of my mind if it happened anyway. I definitely remember getting that ass whipped though. So, and that was the slave shit, right? They did what they did, and if the only hope you have is if somebody decide to change and don't do it like it was done, and if anybody do it, like our place, my role in this world, maybe our place is to be the one, even you make your drastic change for the overall family, just to make some kind of little bitty changes. It's gotta make them think. It's gotta shake that. It's gotta shake the foundation of that shit up to get to the root of it. To get to the root, and then maybe they won't ever get like by us doing the shadow work, doing the inner work. You gotta realize that what I'm saying is real and is true, and that is all of that is the root of it. And once you can figure that out, well then you can pull that bitch up by the fucking roots. Yourself personally, it has to help the overall family. Maybe you might not never actually speak to them again. It might not change them that much in that way, But once you make the decision to start doing different things, different, and I've been making them decisions. I didn't raise my children like I was raised. That wasn't my intention. But so much was out of my control because the way the system is geared, and then the system, like I say, so I could see why they don't respect us, because the white man have all the power. The court system all have all the power. Once you have children, you have no say-so over them children no more. You have say-so over your own life. Because now, if you don't pay that child support, you going to jail. Now you on the hook for whatever. And they can go to court with no proof, no evidence, and say whatever they want. And now they got you. And you got generations of that shit. Everybody ain't like that because, my family was different. They didn't really do that per se. I'm sure some of them did. But that wasn't really the generational thing. The generational thing, I think, is just to have handpicked as dudes, have submissive men, beat them down. That's what I think it is. And I think that's all the ways. Either they beat down or they beaten off. And they use everything as a weapon to control you, and some of them under control because of that. Only because it's cheaper to keep them. That's why some of them there. But they're really not doing. Like I said, they got a whole nother family or two. A whole nother woman. Anyway, and nothing else. And I could see that. I guess that's what mine wanted me to do. She wanted me to just live like that. She rather like that and have the appearance of it being together and she being a whole and do what she want to do. And I really not supposed to do that. I guess I have to be super sneaky. But she's just like the drama of it all. Anyway. You know how they like to do, man. Keep you jumping and bumping and in love and out of love and hating and up and down and all, all of that. Emotional roller coaster. Can relate to that shit too. So, yeah, I think it's still worth, I'm going to revisit this topic. I've said a lot. I think I got to a lot. But it takes a while. Well, raw and uncut, it take a while. I'm sure if I chop this up, I wonder how long will it actually be at the core of it. But it's better to have it this way, too, for those of you that can handle this like this. Right? I think that's all I got for now. More later, y'all. Peace. I'm out.